What's up, everybody? This is Krulsawat with Simply Vegas, your Las Vegas realtor, bringing you another property tour. So today we are actually up here in the South Las Vegas Valley. We are probably about 28 minutes from here to the airport. So the name of this community that we are going to be touring today is called Diamond Trails. The builder here is actually Pulte. This community actually features 4 models to actually choose from. However, there are only 2 models that are up that we can actually tour. Now, the other models are in other communities. The square footage in this neighborhood will start you off at 1862 square feet all the way up to 2416. But these 2 models are the biggest models in this neighborhood. This one that we're going to be touring today is 2,397 square feet. You have an option for a 4-bedroom to 5 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, to 3.5 bath, and a 2-car garage. So let's take a look and let's really see what this home actually has to offer. So this is actually a 2-car garage. Okay, right now this is actually a sales office, but eventually will be converted into a 2-car garage. So this has really nice pavers, terracotta. We have some nice stonework up in the front here. Okay, standard stucco. Okay, now there's one thing that I want to show you guys here. I don't know if you guys can see it. Underneath here, there's a piece of flashing. Okay, see if I can get underneath it here. Now, one thing that you don't want to do, especially in the backyard when people lay concrete. Matter of fact, I'll show you guys when we go to the backyard, give you a better explanation on it. One thing I didn't mention on this home actually starts you off at $339,880. Okay, that's just the base price. Buying a home out here, there's so many upgrades and options that you can actually choose from as far as for structural and option upgrades. So what we'll do is actually start down here in the main living area. To the right, we actually have a half bath or a powder. We have laminate flooring, which is really nice. You have your pedestal sink. I actually was going to go upstairs, but there was somebody that was walking downstairs, so apologize for that. Okay. So what we have here is your closet. And it looks like all your Wi-Fi, electrical system, and all that stuff, that is just for the new homes. This right here is actually your 2-car garage. Now, for a 2-car garage, matter of fact, the door for the garage has to be approved, right, with building and code. The door must automatically shut, and what you'll notice, all the doors are actually heavy and solid. It's actually a fireproof door, okay? Let's take a look at the texture here. We actually have a texture, we have a smackdown, which is really nice. ADT is the service for the alarm and camera system. Okay, we actually have a 2.5-inch baseboards, standard. And the cornerings on this one, we have a rounded cornering. Now this is actually a very, very cute home. I do like this, okay. Wow, look at this. We actually have some beautiful granite, 3/4 granite. You know, that's an upgrade with especially this undermounted sink here. I love these undermounted sinks. However, with these undermounted sinks, one of the things that you'll run into is that these stainless steels will actually scratch and damage pretty easy. Okay. Now, I love the cabinets. I can tell right now the cabinets actually have a full overlay. So what that means is the front doors of the cabinets, right? Right here, prime example, covers most of the cabinet. So that's the type of design versus if the doors are smaller, you have a bigger space and those are not full. So these are more of a full custom cabinets. So when you go to the design center, what's going to happen is number one, you'll pick your cabinets, you'll pick your designs, okay? Now the overlay is going to be more. Now the type of material these are thermofolds. So basically what thermofolds are is underneath here is actually solid wood, okay, or actually compressed wood. And this is a type of film or a one big thick sticker that goes over here, right over the cabinet. Okay, now this one right here is actually this one I can't even tell. Oh, you know what? This one is actually painted. Some of them actually have the thermophobe. Now, the reason why I'm telling you about this was with the thermophobe, they actually clean a lot better. Okay, with this wood, they start cracking here, and then you can start seeing blemishes into the wood. However, this is still a great quality. It just comes down to preference at this point. Now, one thing I want to mention here is that we have the cook countertop. With the cook countertop, when you're going towards your design for your cabinets, one thing may lead to another. So what I mean by that is, let's say you buy this home, the standard comes with a stove and an oven. It's one piece, it slides in. If you do the upgrades now, the cook countertop, that may cost you one piece. But now you have to reflect and go back to the cabinets, because now you have to have a custom cabinet that goes here, right? So that's going to charge you more. I do love this glass backsplash. Now this is actually pretty impressive. They actually have lights underneath these cabinets. Now, what's great about this cabinet, normally you would actually have to put a kicker because you can actually see the lamp system underneath. Can you guys see that? So basically when you walk in, you can see it. So basically you need a light rail here to do it right, especially if you have a 3-inch crown up there as well. Okay. Also, real quick tip note, when it comes to the cabinets, the problem is that when you get these full overlays, you can't really open, right, the cabinets. You can't really get your fingers in there. You end up scratching this. So now you're going to be required to get, right, hardware. However, you want to see what the hardware cost is. Sometimes it may cost you a little bit more, but then you don't have to do it. Now here's the thing, real quick tip. If you have the builder do the hardware, if they screw up, you're good. If you decide to cut costs and do the hardware yourself, you screw up on the cabinet, you just void your warranty. So keep that in mind. Now let's take a look at, did they do any type of upgrades to the cabinets? Okay, so we know they did the upgrades for the front of the cabinets, the drawers, right, the doors. However, in the interior of the cabinet, the drawer didn't do no upgrades. Standard upgrades, Formica staple cabinets, okay, and you have side gliders, okay. Now, if you actually did the hardwood dovetail with the gliders underneath, what happens is you actually have more space. The cabinet actually goes all the way out. So there's a process when it comes to cabinets and how far you want to go with your cabinets. So we have here Whirlpool with an oven and regular microwave. Okay. Appliances are not included in the sale of this transaction. HOAs are, I think, 50. Let me just double check here. Should be $54 a month. There are no SIDS and lids. Special Improvement District, Land Improvement District. Now I know this looks a little bit messy. However, this is just for the sales office. Okay. You have your nice lights here, which is really nice. Love that. The pre-wire normally runs about 95 or 100, just depending. Now, one thing about the pre-wire, should I get 2, should I get 3, or 1? The first thing that you need to take a look at is what type of lights are you going to put there, okay? Sometimes people may want just 1, because what happens is the lights now, they make a box that is like 4 or 5 feet, then you have 3 lights hanging. If that's the case, if that's the kind of light you want, then you don't need to put 2 J boxes. You may only want to put 1, okay? Also, depending on how big that island is too as well. So these are things that you really have to think about when you actually design a home, okay? This right here, it looks like we have a pretty big slider. I think these are actually for a 16-foot sliders on these ones right here. Yeah, these are 16-foot sliders. Take you guys out here. I'm always having trouble with these doors. Okay. We know the grill does not come with it. Now, the concrete here, the reason why you see these lines on the concrete is for one reason and one reason only, because when the house starts shifting, it's actually going to crack here, versus if you just had one piece, you don't want to have cracks all over the place, right? Now, if you get hairline fractures, don't be scared, okay? The thing that you have to be scared about is if the concrete starts lifting on one side like this, one's going higher. If it spreads out, I think it's 3/16, don't quote me on that, right? You're fine. That's actually normal, okay? And those can be fixed. When you buy a new home, you're going to have that like on stucco and stuff like that. Now, let me show you this, okay? Remember how we were actually out in the front, we were actually talking about this little lip right here underneath? I don't know if you guys can see that. It's actually called a stucco screed. Now, it's a piece of metal here. I'm sorry. It's a piece of metal here, but there's actually holes underneath, right? The reason why is because when the builders actually build, you actually have your 2x4 or 2x6, right? Then what happens is you actually have a paper mesh, right? That goes on top of the 2x4, 2x6. Then you have the chicken wire. Then you actually have the stucco. That paper felt is really to block out all the water. So how it works is, if this cracks and it's less than 3/16, don't quote me on that, it's okay if it's cracked and if water goes in it, because you have the felt. But the thing about it is, when the water rushes down, right, to the creed, there's holes. Then it leaks out through here, okay, to this little metal thing right here. The problem is that what happens is, a lot of times people will buy a home, want to put a patio, right? As they put a patio, they may extend their patio all the way out to here with concrete and hire somebody that just doesn't know and puts it up to here, okay? So if you're going to lay concrete, you want to keep it at least about 2 inches. Like if you take a look at here, they did it the right way. You don't want it butted up on that creed, because if you do, what happens when it starts raining, the water goes through the stucco, you block the water, who knows what you can create on there. You can create mold, you can have a lot of things that could happen to the home. So you definitely want to stay away from that. So the eaves are actually made out of wood here, okay? You got some nice pop outs. You got some floodlights. Okay. Now when you guys do the floodlights, when you do your electrical, depending where you put your floodlights, also, are those floodlights on a sensor where they automatically kick on? Do you also want to switch to it? I prefer to have a switch, and as soon as it gets dark, it kicks on. You want to have that option. So this one right here has a Lennox AC unit, which is a really good brand. Take you guys out here. Okay. Here's your drain swell. I talked about that on the last video, so you can see what I'm talking about in that. Now I want to show you guys something right here. These are a 1/2-inch quarter line. Okay. Now, one thing I want you to take a look at. You see this right here? This is actually required to be on now. This is actually called an anti-spliffing valve. The reason why you want to have that is because, let's say if you're washing your car, you connect your hose, You don't want the water to get sucked back into this line when you turn it off, and now it contaminates everything in your house. So how it works is you just turn this on. Once you turn it off, it still spits everything out, and it locks it from there. All this is definitely a upgrade, so just keep that in mind. This slider may actually be an upgrade too. Normally they are. You got surround sounds in here that are an upgrade. Now normally you'll have a pre-wire for the ceiling fan, and also your cables, right, is pre-wired too. Normally that's in the master and also in the living room. Other than that, you got to do the upgrades, and you definitely have to pay for the upgrades for that. And that's something that you would pick during the design studio as you're going through your electrical. Okay? And we talked about a Murphy tube or Smurf tube. It's nice. Nice, nice. Ooh, look at this. I love this. Look at this. You have your wood flooring. Comes into your 12 by 24. But this is the best part here. This is actually considered a structural upgrade. Look at this. Zero threshold into the shower. Bam. Oh, do you guys like my shoes? Give me a thumbs up. Love the zero threshold. Also with the tile, make sure the builder checks the manufacturer's specs for the tile. What I mean by that is each tile, right? Each tile now requires a certain distance. Normally they do about 3/16 on the distance of the tile for the grout lines. However, if you're going to do stagnant tile, 6-inch, 8-inch, whatever it is, make sure you get with the manufacturer to see exactly how much you can stagger the tile, because what happens is you could also void the warranty. Oh, so this massive bedroom has a washer and dryer double stack down here, which is really nice. So that tells me there's got to be another master bedroom upstairs. Oh, okay, I love the quartz. One thing about quartz is it is very hard to maintain. If you do not maintain it correctly, you can damage your quartz. That's another thing. You don't want to void your warranty on your quartz. So, number one, you want to ask them, how are these supposed to be cleaned? Now, that's something where when you do your orientation, and the sales rep will walk you through the property and explain all that to you. Talking about warranties, the warranties do not cover the appliances. That is directly through the manufacturer. Some builders will give you a 30-day craftsman warranty, and what that means is something breaks, you scratch something, they'll come and fix it out. Some will do 6 months and a 1 year. Then it becomes like, it's like a bumper to bumper basically. Show you the lights up there, look at that. Cool, huh? Come upstairs. Let's show you what this looks like right here. Okay. So this just comes up right into a loft. But this can also be configured into another bedroom. If you do that, it would be a structural upgrade. So the ceilings on here are 8-foot ceilings. We have 6/8 doors. Okay, we have ample storage, which is really nice. Coming into the closet, laundry room. Laundry room, this right here The washer and dryer are not included in the sale of this transaction. However, they do have some incentives right now. And I will tell you the incentives here shortly when we end this video. Okay, so here's actually your smart box. This is actually a 36. This one is actually a little bit smaller. You can actually upgrade to a 42. The reason why you would actually do a 42 is because you see all this? If you're going to add all this, you could have added everything all into this box. However, that wasn't done here. So as you can see, we have the Wi-Fi connection, Cat5. We have your plugs. And also, these Cat5s go to every single room. Your security system is all housed right here. Here's actually your modem, okay? And your router built all in one. So you can actually upgrade this and put all this in there if you wanted to. Now, this room was actually made for a design studio. As far as the construction, they can show you exactly what's going on. I will show you this in a minute here. As far as how things are built, okay? So, this bathroom really is to service the 2 bedrooms here and plausible another bedroom there and another bedroom here. So, you can have a few bedrooms. However, as you can see, these are only 36-inch vanities. These are very low. I mean, take a look how low this is, okay? Very low. Now, it is in your best interest to actually have these raised, right, to the 42 inches. The reason why is because this is just another feature that you can sell when you decide to actually sell your home, okay? I mean, obviously we have appraisals that you have to run into, but if you have a good agent that understands the product of your home, he can really raise the value of your home. And that's what we call vision value. And what I mean by vision value is, as I'm walking around with the appraiser, I can tell them these are 42s with an undermounted sink, right? Brushed nickel or chrome, right? Quartz. These are full overlays, and that's how you sell your product, okay? You have a full frameless mirror, okay? And also you have one, right, fixture lighting. Now you actually have 2 sinks. Would you rather have 1 fixture lighting or actually 2 fixtures? That just depends on the type of design that you're going to build your home. So if you're going to do 2, now you have 1 on each side above the sink. Now you have to have 2 J boxes. Now you got to pay for the wiring for the J box. But if you know you're going to go with 1, now you're limited to the type of design that you can go with on your outlet. I mean on your fixture. So we're going to start off with this room here. I know that this is a little bit longer video, however, there's just some things I just wanted to point out to you, and I thought it was very important. Coming into the 3/4 bath. Now this 3/4 bath actually has a pan. Oh my god, this tile is horrendous. Let me know in the comments below if you would actually add this tile. I personally think this tile is not that great. Now this is actually man-made hard surface. This is not petrofino. There's another name for this. I'm not too sure what the name of that stone is. I'm sorry, that man-made material is. Brain fart, so I apologize. You have your standard closet, 2x8. Closet. Linen closet, okay. Now, if you guys have not followed me on Facebook or Instagram, I post more luxury homes than anything. As far as pictures and stuff, it is hard to film these high-end luxury homes. A lot of these owners don't like that. Now, if you go to Facebook, if you want to catch me live, that's the best place to be. I try to give you real-time, lifetime information. Okay, so right here, this builder just kind of shows you their product and what they do. So let's take a look at the options here of what they have. So we'll start off with the carpet here. So this is your standard carpet. These type of carpets right here are actually synthetic carpet. They're actually a piece of shit. They're not good whatsoever. But however, if you are on a budget, now it comes down to designing your home and where to spend the money, right? So if you can't do all the flooring right now, don't spend the money on the flooring because you can get the flooring cheaper. However, if you do want carpet, just get the carpet here, the standard carpet. But now let's thicken up your pad. Let's do a 1/2 inch pad, right? With, let's just say a 24 pound pad. So that way it's nice and thick and cushioned, because what costs you money is the pad underneath. Now, moving along to the tile. These are all ceramic tiles, okay? As you can see. Now, these are normally only done in the wet areas. Kitchen, bathroom, closet, okay? Here is your granite. Pretty decent granite. I think I might like this one better. I don't know if you guys can kind of see that there. This granite is nice. Let me know in the comments below which granite you like better. Oh, this one's got a little gold to it too. Now this one is actually better. Now let's take a look here. Laminate options. Okay, I mean, it's great. What's nice about laminate is you can just tile right over it when you're ready to tile. So here's your options on your cabinet. It's almost like a maple color, and here is another color, more of a rose color. Standard paint here. I don't know if you guys can see the standard paint. Now here's your appliances, and we talked about the appliances here. So basically you're just gonna get a stove, right? But if you do the cooktop, now you gotta do the upgrade on the cooktop, and also you gotta upgrade on your counters, cabinets. So here's your package that are included, and here's all your fixtures, okay? All standard. Now, where do we start here? Let's start over here. Post-tension slabs, okay? Now what post-tension slabs are, these right here are pieces of metal that go across each other throughout the whole house. And they tighten up. It's so many pounds of pressure. So that way, if the concrete moves, it all moves together instead of breaking, okay? So if you ever decide to put a safe in your garage, I probably wouldn't drill into your garage or try to dig a hole, because once you cut one of these, that pressure will just release and you can cause a lot of damage to your home, okay? I love the fact that they show you the process on here on actually doing the bathroom and doing it the right way, where they actually do a hardy back, right? And they put the felt, then they go ahead and grout and tile. The reason why they do it this way is so that way they can go ahead and seal the full bathroom. That's the right way to do it, which is really nice. Installation. You've got blown in insulation, okay? Or the fiberglass insulation. So, industry standards that actually are 13 in the walls, okay? This just shows you the better type of insulation. Once you actually have the blown in insulation, it just covers it up more. Now, this is where we were talking about outside, this felt paper, waterproof paper, where if water gets behind it, it's actually okay. Now, as you can see, we have the chicken wire, and that's where they spray the stucco. Now, I don't want to take up much of your time. We'll do a video on building later on, but I just wanted to kind of show you. Now let's go downstairs. Let's finish off this video, and they actually got a couple specials going on right now, and I want to share these specials with you real quick. So for the spring sales event, for the standing inventory, they'll give you about $10,000 off of the sales price, 3% towards closing costs of the base price. However, you have to use their mortgage division. So Pulte actually has a mortgage company called Pulte Mortgage. A lot of builders will have that, and also they'll have their own title company. So basically, they're not only double dipping, but they're triple dipping. That's why I always tell you, always do your homework. Just because the builder gives you an incentive of 3% doesn't mean you're getting a deal, because it depends what that lender is charging you. And if they charge you a pretty high amount, then you're basically breaking even. A lot of times builders want you to use the lender because, number one, they make more money. Number two, right, they have more control of the deal. Okay. Also, what's pretty intriguing with this company is the mortgage company is they'll lock in your interest rate for 210 days. A lot of lenders won't lock you in for that type of rate. And the reason why is because the bond index fluctuates every single day, and your interest rate is not locked in until you get close to build and they lock you in. So that's the only thing that sucks about a brand new home when you're doing the financing part. So if you guys want me to talk a little bit more on your lock rate and how that works, let me know in the comments below. Okay. Other than that, guys, I'm Krulsawat with Simply Vegas. I do appreciate each and every one of you guys, and have a blessed day, guys.